squared and minus 4 squared. This is one of the most common mistakes that students make in math. This does not mean negative 5 times negative 5. It does not mean that. This means negative 1 times 5 squared. And the answer is negative 1 times 25. And the answer is negative 25.
Okay.
I'm going to show you why in a minute. Hold on to your horses. This does not mean negative 4 times negative 4. This means negative 1 times 4 squared, which means negative 1 times 16, which means negative 16. Okay, come in and grab one of those and run to a seat. The common mistake that students make is they think this means negative 5 times negative 5 and they'll get a positive 25 for the answer. That is not correct. If it's written like this, and some of you know this means negative 5 times negative 5, which is positive 25. If it's written like this means negative 4 times negative 4, which is positive 16. If I knew how to multiply, I would know. Positive 16. So, where will you see something like this? What kind of a problem? You're going to see stuff like this here. Let's say I have 17 minus 3 squared. That's where you're going to see this. This does not mean 17 plus 9. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
This means 17 minus 9. And of course the answer is what? 8. So this is where you're going to see this. So make sure you know that when there is not a parentheses, it's a negative. Did you hear that? That's the rule. When there's not a parentheses, when there's just a negative with no parentheses, the answer is going to be a negative. All right, so that's important. Okay, what else I want to show you? A couple other things. I want to show you, these are very important numbers. 48, 50, 72, 75, 80, 108. Do you remember you studied square roots? Remember you studied square roots? You should memorize these numbers. I call these special numbers. Special numbers. This is 16 times 3. This is 25 times 2. This is 36 times 2. This is what? 25 times what? 3. This is 16 times 5. This is 36 times 3. Can you see, do some of you get the idea on these already? That if you're taking a square root, what if you saw a problem that was like this? Of course, let's say x is a positive. What if you saw a problem like this? Do you know how long it might take you? Do you know how long it might take you to break this number down? You know what I mean, don't you? If you studied square roots. Do you know what a short time it would take you to write 36 times 3 if you know that 108 is one of your important special numbers? This would take you seconds instead of minutes. It's going to save you a lot of time on a test and you can go on to your next problem. Of course, you know how to finish this problem. Don't you bring out a 6? Don't you bring out an x? Yes? So the answer is 6x times the square root of 3. So what I'm telling you is that these are very special, very important numbers that you should memorize, and they will save you a lot of time on a test. You know why, don't you? You know why. All right? All right. Okay, one other thing I want to show you is, I want to just show you, before I really start on this, I want to show you intercepts. Intercepts of a graph. Okay, now watch. Let's write 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. Now, you're going to be asked to graph an equation. on your final exam, you'll be asked to graph an equation. The easiest way to graph an equation like this is to use the intercept method. Now, some of your teachers made up a table and put the 0 for the x value and put the 0 for the y value on a table, which is fine. That's fine. But this is a very efficient way of doing this. Now watch what I'm going to do. Watch what I'm going to do. First of all, the way to remember an intercept is think of the word other. O-T-H-E-R. If you let x equal 0, you are actually finding the y-intercept, the other one. Do you see? Think of the word other. If x is 0, you're finding the y-intercept. What else am I going to say? If y is 0, you're finding the other one, the x-intercept. That's how you can answer a question on this test. If they ask you for the y-intercept, you let the other letter equal 0. Do you understand that? Okay. So let's find these intercepts. Now watch how I do this. Real simple. X is 0, right? Yeah. We're trying to find what intercept? The y-intercept. Take your paw, right? Take your paw. Cover up this. Why am I covering up this term? Because x is 0. Okay, can you divide this in your head? What do you get? Negative 4, okay? Now, since y is 0, what intercept is this one? The x-intercept. Since y is 0, it's always the other one. Now, if y is 0, I take my paw and I cover up the y term, and I solve for x and I get 6. And look at how easy that is to get those intercepts. Now, you listen. You listen carefully. Here's how to graph so you never get your points wrong again. You never get your points wrong again. Yeah. Listen. X and Y are in alphabetical order. Yes? Yes. Remember? W, X, Y, Z. X and Y are in alphabetical order. The words horizontal, vertical are in what? Alphabetical order. The words horizontal and vertical. This means horizontal, I move 0. Get it? Vertical, I move what? Down 4. The words horizontal and vertical are in alphabetical order, just like the letters X, Y are in alphabetical order. All right?
Okay. I'm going to charge you.
What? Horizontal, what? 6. Vertical, nothing, right? Horizontal, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you make both moves before you draw your dot. You make your horizontal move, then you make your vertical move, then you draw your dot. And look, we have the graph here, don't we? What a beautiful graph. The y-intercept, you can see it right here, 0, negative 4. The x-intercept, you can see it, 6, comma 0. Are you getting this? Yeah. X, Y, alphabetical order, horizontal, vertical, alphabetical order. You'll never get your graphing wrong again. Yes. You'll never get your graphing wrong again. All right, now.